Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over. On this podcast, we talk about everything from dating and relationships to personal development. We also speak very candidly about the F word, and by that, I mean failure. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and let's talk about it. All of it. Undergoing, overcoming, and simply trying to make it through. Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over podcast, and I'm your host, Kayla. If you are just listening for the first time, then I want to say hello and welcome to my platform. I am so glad you're here. And as always, if you are a returning listener, hey, sis, welcome back. So it is 5 a.m. in Nashville, and I am recording my podcast for the day. It is coming to you a day after it typically should drop. And that is because I am in the process of learning to honor my body. As a go-getter, as a high achiever, I am typically going nonstop. But I would say over the last year and a half, I am learning to listen when my body says it needs rest. I am learning to listen when my body says it's hungry or I need to lie down. I did an episode about learning how to rest. And so I've learned how to rest. Now it is a process of ensuring that I do it. And so this podcast episode really is just a gentle reminder to love on yourself a little extra right now. If you're on a personal growth journey, you are learning, you're healing, you're growing and discovering yourself all at once. And personal growth requires an excessive amount of energy. And so it's incredibly important that you take some time out to slow down, to recharge, to restore that emotional and that mental space. And you're like, okay, Kayla, so what does that look like? And for me on Wednesday evening, that looked like going to bed a little bit earlier to get a really nourishing meal. I had one of my favorite soups and I went to bed super early, like an hour and a half early because I was so tired. I could barely hold my eyes open. And normally I would have battled through, I would have pushed through, it would have been like, oh, my people need content. I've got so much to do. And so for me, eating and going to bed an hour and a half early, knowing that there were things left undone was a big deal. That was a win. That was growth. That was not me being lazy. That was not me slacking off. That was not me playing it easy. That was me choosing myself in that moment. And that is what I teach. It's what I harp on. And so I was practicing what I preach. This month has been so full, so full. I told you on October the 1st that I had joined my coach in a journey to creating 100 videos in the month of October. And I have done my 100 videos. I am at 139 today. I'm planning to be at 160, 165 by the end of the month. But I've been creating double, triple the amount of content that I typically create. And so I just needed to rest. And so that's the way that I did it. You could recognize that you're feeling tired or that your joints are tight, and you could book yourself a massage. You could book yourself a nail appointment or to add on a pedicure. You could just get a standard manicure if you're not an acrylics girl or a gel girl. You could reschedule an evening out or opt for not participating in a phone call or in an engagement that is going to cause you more stress. Like if you are booked to go eat dinner with a friend and you know that this friend is going to need a lot from you, it's okay to say, hey, girl, I just don't have the emotional capacity today. Is it cool if we reschedule for another day? Now, I know there's going to be some people out there that are like, no, Kayla, I'm going to be there for my friend. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But the truth of the matter is, when you continue to take, you are like, you're depleting your capacity to take care of yourself. And so as overcoming people pleasers, as recovering perfectionists, as recovering caretakers, we have to learn when our cup is already full, when the plate is already heavy. So often we recognize that our plate is full and still we take on more, and then we're mad at the world that we dropped it. We have to start taking responsibility and start taking care of ourselves. Make No mistake about it. True personal growth is a heavy lift. It's a heavy lift. You are intentionally facing fears, unlocking hidden trauma, unlearning toxic habits, like these patterns of repetitively getting uncomfortable and like shocking your nervous system by doing the opposite of what you typically would do. That outlook, that's not easy. Realigning with your purpose, going against the grain, that is not easy. So you deserve a moment to breathe. You deserve a moment to rest. I don't know who needs to hear it. But this weekend, as we go into the weekend, I want you to consider truly building in space and time to honor and acknowledge that your head and your heart and your body, they need time to regroup. They need time to recover. They need time for restoration. Start setting a new standard for yourself. And the new standard is I will honor my body and rest when it's needed. Set those boundaries, prioritize progress over perfection, and then, baby girl, keep growing. I love you, and we'll talk in the next one. Well, gorgeous girl, that's a wrap for this episode. I hope you found value, insight, or strength. I hope something was said that gave you the courage to push on a little while longer toward the life of your dreams. If you felt motivated during this segment, screenshot this and throw it in your stories and tag me on social. That way we can keep the message going. Have an excellent day on purpose, and we, girl, will